There he is. First trout. He feels like a good one. I feel his head shaking. Oh yeah, beautiful trout, beautiful trout. Gosh, yes. Absolute beauty. There he goes. Hey, welcome back. We are at the trestle. The water is absolutely beautiful. The tide it should be falling. We're gonna start on the east side of the bridge. I've got a 3/8 ounce jig head on. Holy Jolly and Shrimp Creole are my two go-to when it's clean water. And I'm gonna put a more aggressive color on my other pole, like maybe a lemon head, which is the chartreuse color for matrix shad. Just because the water's pretty doesn't mean they won't hit a louder color. It's good to have two different poles so you can just swap back and forth between a couple different colors without having to stop and change your color. Got him. Feels like a good one. If it's a trout, it's a good one. If it's a trout, it's better than the last one. Might be a redfish. Oh, it's a huge trout. Look at that big sucker. Good night. It's a hammer, guys. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of this trout. Oh my goodness. I'm talking huge trout. Bigger than the last one. Look at that. If you think you've waited long enough for that lure to hit the bottom, wait another few seconds. Got him. Another nice trout. Beautiful. All right, buddy. All right. It's another really, really pretty one. I will say this, all three trout, these three big trout, the common thread that I've noticed for all three of them is that I let the lure sink longer than I felt like I needed to. Trying to strike a balance in between letting your lure free fall, but then also trying to keep some kind of contact with it. You see, nothing's more aggravating than getting hung up. But if you're not getting hung up every now and then, you're probably not fishing it correctly, because there's no way to fish all up around this junk. These pilings are crusted with barnacles. There's God knows what down there. So that's where the fish are. There he is. Ah! Oh! Did he come back and get it? Oh my goodness. Yes. That was really strange. I mean, I either lost this fish and he came back and got it, or he just swam so hard at me that he knocked slack in the line and I thought I lost him. Hey, real quick, let's talk about what I'm fishing with. Fishing with a 3/8 ounce jig head. This particular pole I've got lemon head, which is a chartreuse color matrix shad. I'm using a 7-foot medium heavy. This is a Fitzgerald, and it really fishes more like a medium. I usually fish a medium power when I'm jigging, but this Fitzgerald, it's a medium heavy. It really feels a lot like a medium. 30-pound braid and 20-pound fluoro leader. And I'll show y'all how I'm working this lure. I threw up just like that, let it sink, plenty of slack in the line. Make sure we're at the bottom, wait till you see your line go slack, then jump it. Drop your rod tip, let it get back down to the bottom. Got him. This is a trout, it's a good one. Huh. Might be a redfish. Please be a trout. Oh, it's a biggest trout of the day, looks like. Oh my gosh. Look at this sucker. No, 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 no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh my goodness. Yes, baby. Look at the size of this trout. Oh my gosh. Y'all look at this hammer. I mean, this is a stud. I'm gonna be gentle with him. I'm gonna let him go. Oh my gosh. Look at this sucker. Just a monster. Man. Look at this trout. Let's see him swim away. There he goes. I caught that fish on the lemon head, 3/8 ounce jig head. He bit right in between the pilings. Best I could tell, right when I came through the shadow where the sun is shining, the sun's up behind me, putting a shadow right on the other side of the bridge. And it was like he was hanging out in that shade spot, which makes sense. Let's talk about colors. To make colors simple, think of it in three different categories. You got loud, obnoxious for muddy water. You got clear, natural looking baits for clean water. And the third category are the whites. And I say that because white seems like white could go either way. And today is the opposite. I would have said today, looking how clean this water is, I'd have said throw something like Holy Jolly that looks a lot more natural, but for whatever reason, this lemon head, they are just popping it. When trout get to 20 inches, it's like they're a whole different species, the way they fight. Thank y'all for joining me. Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's episode. Catch you on the next one.